Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Knowledge plays an important role in the development of human civilization. In Islam, knowledge or ilm guides people towards justice and good character. However, knowledge should always be accompanied by ethics and moral values. Therefore, Muslims are encouraged not only to seek beneficial knowledge but also to practice it in their daily lives. Despite the importance of ethics, many people today focus more on academic and religious achievement while neglecting character development. As a result, cases such as bullying, disciplinary problems, and misconduct have been reported in some Tahfiz institutions. This raises concerns about the effectiveness of ethical education. Therefore, this study aims to examine perceptions and misconduct in Tahfiz institution and analyze its impact on individuals, institutions, and society through library research and a survey conducted through Google Form.
Moving on to the key concept and definition of knowledge. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, knowledge can be defined as the condition of knowing or being familiar with something which is acquired through experience or association. In a simple term, knowledge means knowing something because we have experienced it through learning or being around it. In addition, from a modern lens, knowledge is often associated with technological advancement, economic growth, scientific studies, formal education, as well as skills and expertise. Additionally, from Islamic perspective, it is regarded as a trust from God that must be employed for the benefit of humanity and as a means of drawing closer to Him. It also serves as a guidance that leads humans to truth, frees them from jahiliyah, and benefit themselves as well as wider communities. In this regard, knowledge should not be used to cause harm, exploit others, or neglect social welfare. On the contrary, it must serve as an instrument for creating sustainable, just, and beneficial progress for all humankind. Therefore, it is noticeable that the application of knowledge must be accompanied by ethical standards and principles in order to prevent the misuse of knowledge, thus assisting in developing better human society and civilization.
Based on the findings, the majority of respondents agree that religious knowledge alone is not sufficient to develop good moral character. Although Tahfiz students receive strong religious education and memorize the Quran, good moral can only be formed when the knowledge is truly understood, internalized, and practiced in daily life. The respondents also believe that misconduct among Tahfiz students is not caused by lack of religious knowledge, but rather by factors such as peer influence, emotional stress, lack of supervision, weak support system, and parental pressure. These findings are supported by several scholars, such as Sheikh Muhammad Naqib Al-Atas, emphasized that the purpose of Islamic education is to produce insan adabi, individual with knowledge and good character. Besides, Imam Al-Ghazali stressed that knowledge must be accompanied by action, while Ibn Khaldun highlighted that a strong civilization is built not only on knowledge but also on moral and discipline. Furthermore, Tahfiz students are often regarded as a model in society. So, any misconduct may influence public perceptions of Tahfiz institution and Islamic education as a whole. To sum up, Tahfiz education should balance Quran memorization, understanding, and moral development to produce individuals who are knowledgeable, ethical, and able to contribute positively to society and civilization.
These case studies show that knowledge alone is not sufficient without ethics and moral responsibility. Historically, the Mayan and Indus Valley civilization possessed advanced knowledge and technology, yet both eventually declined due to environmental mismanagement, social issues, and also lack of sustainability. In the modern era, similar pattern can be observed through the misuse of nuclear technology, which will result in tragedies such as Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Chernobyl, and Fukushima. Likewise, AI and social media have created ethical concerns including misinformation, fake news, and data misuse. From an Islamic perspective, knowledge is considered an amanah and should be used to create maslahah and prevent mafsadah. Therefore, the survival and progress of a civilization depend not only on knowledge itself, but on how ethically and responsible that knowledge is applied.
So based on our analysis, we reflect that religious knowledge alone does not necessarily guarantee ethical behavior. Like although students may possess strong religious foundations, ethical value must be practiced consistently in daily life. And we also learned that factors such as peer influence, emotional stress, and weak supervisions can affect moral conduct. And this study also highlights the importance of balancing knowledge with ethics and character development. And we also realized that knowledge without ethical guardians can lead to harmful consequences both for individual and society. From an Islamic perspective, knowledge should strengthen faith, promote good character, and bring people closer to Allah. And therefore, the true value of knowledge lies not only in acquiring it, but in applying it responsibly for the benefit of others.
In conclusion, knowledge alone is not enough without ethics and good moral values. The findings show that Quran memorization does not automatically guarantee good character. Therefore, education should focus on developing akhlaq, responsibility, and ethical behavior. Ultimately, balancing knowledge with ethics is essential to produce individuals who can contribute positively to society and humanity. That is all from us. Thank you.